We are heading into game number 1 of series number 4 in the Dingit TV 4-team Invitational number 2. And we're going to be starting, as we pretty much always do, on the Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow indeed. Apart from... Did we do Cursed Hollow last series? Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was Cursed into Tomb into Black Hearts. Also, this is another funky map order, I think.
Well, the fact that it finishes up with Black Hearts is...
No, this one finishes... This goes Cursed Bay Mines.
Oh, yes, it does, doesn't it?
This is very funky.
Yeah, I'm amazed Mines didn't get banned, but Dragonshy was banned second, which is the one I expected
Garden
to make
was
it
banned
through.
first.
Yeah, I'm glad. Team's taking the sensible approach.
Anyway, the left-hand side of your screen is going to be Team Acer. Blow your brain on the Illidan. Nasty on the Jaina. Zypher on the Valor. BKB on the Muradin. We'll have to keep a quick eye on Draka on the Brightwing.
Yep, hopefully he will be fine. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be Vonafil on the Rhaegar. It is going to be Mozio on the ETC. Alex the Pro G on the Tassadar. Rollick on the Sylvanas. Taz Dingo on the Sergeant Hammer. And together, they are Team Kick.
They are, and I apologise to my AVG for popping up there.
It's
Budget
fine.
protection.
BKB
Rollick.
going very aggressive. Rollick, though, able to
Fast
actually
fingers.
wail over the wall. Haunting Wave, sorry. Just mining up the bush. Free man bot lane for both teams. This is very classic. And currently, mid lane and top lane have been completely abandoned. Alex Brody makes it to the mid lane in time to soak the XP, though. And Mopsio just going to hide up here in the top lane for now.
Pro G getting stunned up into Blizzard. Had to shift out of that one. Lost half his health. Could tap here if he wanted. He might want to expend a little bit of mana first before he does so. Or he can just ignore me and tap.
And Muradin, going for a theme we're seeing on a lot of Muradins these days. Going for the Thunderclap
Reverberation.
builds. Yeah, going for the more Thunderclap style of build with that Reverberation, like you said. Which is superb against Illidan. However, Illidan's on his team, which is a bit weird. So I guess it's Sergeant Hammer? Yeah, it's a jump onto Hammer and then use the ability. I don't know. For now, he's going on to Vonaville, who's able to dodge the stun, but does not dodge the slow. Hungering Arrow goes down. There's the Blizzard, and he's able to escape thanks to the shield from Tassadar.
Yeah, we actually have Brightwing picking up bribes this time, and this is one of the things I love about Brightwing, apart from her kit, but just the fact that her build path can change every single game. 1, you can take at least 3 different talents. 4, you can probably take 2 talents. 7, you can certainly take 3 talents. 10, you can take either heroic. 13, you can take any talent. Only really 16 is the one where you see Critterize taken about 80% of the time.
Yeah, just sometimes the slow if there's someone who you really, really need to get down and you think might escape otherwise. Blow your brain. Dueling with Mopsio in this top lane is actually getting out-dueled pretty heavily, but those tower shots will help blow your brain out a little. In the mid lane, Zypho is actually losing a lot of health, but he's pushed Alex Pro G back to his base. That Storm will do a bit of harassment. And bot lane, we're just seeing people dance in and out of it as they will. Looks
like Muradin wants to go back up to this top lane. Going to fake it out because he got spotted by the Oracle, and as if the Oracle wasn't enough, he's going to get far-sighted as well.
So much vision. Only way they could have more vision is if they had Tyrande with Shadowstalk.
And an owl.
And an owl.
Tribute time down in the spot lane. Luckily for Team Kick, they have 3 players down here in Tastingo, Vonethil and Rollick. Getting a good push here up against Draka. They've already got 1 tower. The second tower is completely out of ammo, but BKB and Nasty are here. They're going to try and go onto Tastingo to get the poly into stun. A lot of damage with the increased Blizzard radius. Nasty does, however, get thrown away. The mine's going to do some damage, as other Tassadar Storms. Vonethil doing a lot of damage onto Nasty as well. Protective shield coming out. They will all survive, but Zypher now has to try and poke down to try and just stop them grabbing this tribute.
Yep, BKB's here as well, giving chase onto Rollick here. He does have his stun up. Just choosing not to use it yet. It takes a lot of harassment there. Going to stay near Drak here though. And now comes the Arcane Barrage there. Arcane Flare, sorry, out of Brightwing due to harassment. Arcane Barrage is one of his talents. BKB coming in very quickly this time. Gets a stun onto Taz Dingo. There's the Blizzard. And that is a lot of damage. Oh, multi-shot hits as well.
It's just a poke war right now. Rollick going to soak up that damage because of the shield.
It's a poke war with the only two properly melee characters just chilling in the top lane with each other. Like the only other melee character here is Rhaegar and Muradin. Muradin has a long range CC ability / harass, and Rhaegar is just shielding and healing.
Essentially, yes. BKB trying to get a channel off here, but of course that's going to get stopped. They do try and go onto Monothil, however. Polymorph into stun, into Blizzard. They do get the frag onto Rhaegar. Zypher surviving at the back there. BKB, the mines! Rollick, what are you doing? So deep.
The mine's still there. There's the storm.
And BKB survived on I don't know how much health. Now his trait pops.
Yeah, that was interesting there. He got dropped very low. The mine almost finished him off. That one chasing mine. I ain't finished with you yet. In the meantime, Blow Your Brain finally trading well with Mopsio in this top lane. He's able to deal some damage to the tower that has already sapped away all of that ammo. First Tribute, on the other hand, though, has gone over to Team Kick. Oh, Brightwing's going somewhere.
Brightwing TPing off to the easy camp. Going to bribe that up. And now probably going lane in the top lane alongside Illidan, helping with the push, get these two towers down and apply a somewhat amount of pressure onto the fort.
Yeah, but both Illidan and ETCU up there, both running AoE damage abilities in the form of Immolation on the Illidan and the Echo Pedal on the ETC. So both were just dealing AoE damage to each other while basically ignoring each other, where Illidan was basically life-stealing back and ETC was healing with his Guitar Hero ability. Guitar Hero is the talent.
Illidan going for the aggressive play here. That one gets spotted out on the basis that there's a tribute here. He's going to find a Mopsio. They could trade well here. There is a Draka and a Zypher. BKB joining them now as well.
Mopsio, though, has brought Alex the Pro G as his backup, and Sylvanas is on the way, but they've already been pushed back. Need to go in very aggressive, and Alex the Pro G does deny, but he gets polymorphed and takes about half health worth of damage, and this time they're not going to take the risk, and BKB will grab the first tribute of the game for Acer there.
Yep, and they're going to extend their lead here by taking away the hard camp. This will go down now. There it is. And that's going to push out the mid lane while it allows the rest of them to take the boss. I was going to say push top lane, but no. They're going for this boss. They see Hammer bot. They see Tassadar mid. They see Sylvanas mid. Just going to go straight for this. It's already on about half HP. Tassadar's going to spot it out.
ETC definitely spots it. And they spotted it in 3 different ways via Tassadar, Farsight, and ETC. They need to dive in now, though. But there's the polymorph. That will stop any kind of denial. Good job by Brightwing. And now they're going on to Mopsio as he is the most separated out one. But Mopsio is not giving up. He's going on to Draka. Draka goes down. And now they are without a healer. In comes Nasty, though. So much damage onto Mopsio. BKB coming in from the back. But Mopsio able to survive thanks to shields and heals.
A 1-for-a trade. But Team Acer did grab the boss. That's going to do some damage to this top fort. In fact, it will probably take it. Mopsio won't be enough. Stop it, but in the bot lane, Tastingo did exactly the same. Yep,
so fort for fort trade at the moment. We're currently seeing Acer head down to this bottom boss. They're going to try and grab that and put themselves in a better position. They're going to leave it for now, though, seeing as the tribute has spawned right next to them. So any sneakiness they were getting out of that has just been negated. There's the Oracle out of Alex Pro G. Stun lands on Tastingo. But not much follow-up. In comes Illidan, though, and there is the stage dive. Stage dive takes... Bro, Brain goes out to the power slide. Rain of Vengeance goes in, doesn't really hit anyone. Alex the Pro G pushing in, takes a bit of damage, and the Water Elemental is going to poke him for quite a bit. Tastingo takes that down. And currently, 1-for-0 in favour of Team Kick. They are taking control of this area.
And now with Illidan dead, if BKB tries to jump in, he's going to be all by himself. Draka having to blink heal himself out of that one. Protective shield on himself as well. Mopsio, they can't burst him down quick enough. The Ancestral comes in as they are going to grab this tribute. Alex the Pro G will be the one to channel it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them move for the boss here as well. No Vonethil and Tass.
Everyone's alive. It's a bit too risky to go for that. Mopsio just chilling in the mid lane for a bit, soaking the XP. Alex the Pro G is here as well. All heroics have been taken, and it's very standard stuff out of everyone. Rain of Vengeance, Blink Heal, the Avatar. Those are the ones that we may see variation in from time to time. Yep. On the very odd occasion, we'll see Haymaker. I miss the days where it was taken more often, where it was more down to skill plays rather than I'm just going to get a huge chunk of health.
Yeah, it was essentially the least in.
Yeah, exactly. And as with most Lee Sins, it never worked. And I think we saw one good haymaker overall. BKB gets knocked back.
BKB taking a lot of damage, forcing the blink heal out from Draka. They're going to have to back away from this one. The shadows coming in from Rollick, but he's also going to back away as we'll probably see another boss dance here. Or BKB could just keep on chasing, gets the stun onto Rollick. Metamorphosis going into the backline as well. The Ancestral doesn't come in. They really need to get onto Tastingo here in the back line. But Alex Progi is taking the attention of Blow Your Brain. As now Tastingo has to thrust us away. Blow Your Brain all by himself. No support at all.
Yep, he did get chased on Tastingo. Not able to pick him up. Mobsio gets away. And so does Tastingo. Mobsio once again able to survive in a situation where he really shouldn't. But yeah, that is a 1-0 for Team Acer. And they are now on their way up to this top lane. And Bonneville already here, though, for Team Kick. He's going to be able to get this, actually, because there's now a fight in the mid lane. Illidan goes in with the Metamorphosis, and no, it's not even Metamorphosis, that's just normal Illidan. He has a Blink Heal used on him to try and keep him alive. Their second Blink Heal goes down to get Brightwing out after she dived in. Tastingo sieging up and then very quickly unsieging, as he does not want to get caught out. Rollick gets stunned. BKB going in for the chase here, but they're not being too risky, not being too divey.
Bonneville trying to chase this one down whilst in wolf form. Like going back and forth, playing very cautiously. But this curse, they haven't really done too much with it just yet. They haven't had the opportunity to. Only now is Tastingo getting some damage down onto these towers. Napalm going down as well. He should get at least one. No, they're going to back off and take the boss.
Yep, and they can do it. ETC coming in with the stage dive to assist with this. And they should be able to take it. It's on about half health, but in comes some of the members of Acer. Zypho, we'll see this is going on, but there's not enough people with him. BKB is here now. He is going to be the person who stops it. If anything, he's in the circle. The fight now begins, and we're seeing Tastingo backing out. Boss was taken by Team Kick there, and Alex Progi now chasing onto Zypho. Zypho having to vault out. Ancestral Healing went down onto Rollick, but down goes Mopsio, and down goes Rhaegar. And we're now going to see Rollick go down as well. Tastingo, Max Progi will escape, but that is a 3-for-0. And we're just going to see Team Acer go back and defend against this boss now.
Yeah, it'll probably get 1, maybe 2 towers here at most. It shouldn't get any more than that. But is that a worth trade? Probably not. Like 1 tower here for 3 kills? No. Especially when you see Draka take the easy camp away with bribes, and Alex Progi has to deal with that. As Tastingo going up towards this top lane to clear it out, which should suggest that afterwards they may group up at their own boss to try and maybe at least force Team Acer away from it.
Quite possibly indeed. Level 13 talents available for both teams, and we're seeing the usual stuff. Ice Block coming out of Brightwing is a sometimes pick out of a lot of Brightwings that we do see. What's the other talent you take on that level?
Oh, on 13?
Yeah.
You've got Ice Block, you've got Sprint, you've got
Face Shield's on that level, I'm pretty sure.
And Face Shield.
Yeah. So Face Shield's the one we see sometimes, but Ice Block, the most common one nowadays. Multi-shot build, just keeping up from Valor. We have the Spell Shield out of Muradin.
Oh,
we have Muradin now running away, and that Spell Shield probably saved his life there. But in comes Mopsio, though. He's not giving up about a fight, and BKB now transforming into his avatar form is going to give chase. Tastingo trying to flee. Blow Your Brain having to use his Metamorphosis to try and keep himself alive. And they're going on to Tastingo. The stun chain lands down. Blow Your Brain continuing to give chase onto Alex the Pro G, and will almost get him. Alex the Pro G almost might Craig out of there, but does go down. Rollick able to escape. Mopsio able to escape. But this tribute will go over to Team Acer. But first, they're going to grab the boss. All about the same time, it seems.
Yeah, and I actually like the idea of a Brightwing with Face Shield when you have an Illidan.
I agree, it's amazing.
Because at this level, it would... We're at what, level 15? It's like a 1.1k shield for 3 seconds. You teleport onto Illidan, he goes ham, and then you just blink to say you're Valor or your Jaina.
Your Illidan's gone ham and almost died, as always.
All that, yeah.
Indeed, so just extra shields when you have an Illidan in your team is nice, and Blow Your Brain has been very close to dying in all of these fights. He's got blood for blood now, which will help him stay alive a bit more efficiently, but extra shields, can never say no to them. And otherwise, we're seeing the Critter Rise out of Brightwing standard on that level. Same with the Northern Exposure. Sometimes we see the Root, like we've said before, out of Jaina, but the Northern Exposure, definitely now that Vulnerable's made it more into the meta, we're seeing a lot more of it. On the side of bleh, I have just worded again. The side of Team Kick, their level 13 talents are once again fairly standard. We have the Giant Killer out of Sergeant Hammer, Uber Rockstar out of ETC just for extra help with his team escaping and engaging. The Overwhelming Affliction is a little bit interesting from the Sylvanas, which means that basically the Black Arrow now slows enemy heroes by 5%, but the duration stacks up to 5 times.
The curse falls upon you.
No, it's the slow that stacks.
It's a slow and the duration, isn't it? Well, the duration resets every time you're attacked.
Yeah, but it can go up to 25% slow.
Yeah. So basically any spell that hits, any spell or attack from Rollick that hits enemy heroes will give slows, but it's not been doing too much as of yet. For now though, Team Acer giving a very hard push onto this bottom lane and taking as much control as they can. Tastingo doing a good job of helping clear out this easy camp as quick as possible with the help of shields from Alex the Pro G. ETC still pushing the top lane, trying to get them as back in the game with XP as possible.
Yep, Brightwing just trying to push out this mid lane. Now gets joined by her teammates. They are going to get these 2 towers, and now do they rotate up to do the same top? Or do they push for the keep? And it looks like there's going to be a fight. ETC stage diving in. Really nice blink coming on to Zypher there at the back line. Metamorphosis going in onto Rollick and Tastingo. Ancestral being used. Vonathil low at the front line. Really nice micro from him. Mopsio though, he's going to be the first one to go down. Vonathil now grabs the attention of Team Acer as now they move on to the keep itself. Blow Your Brain has other ideas though. He's going to keep on going onto the enemy team. Nice double stuff out from BKB.
Napalm? Nope. Dashes out of there and he will escape. Keep goes down and so does Tassadar.
Can't complain at taking a 3-for-0 and a keep, as now they're going to try and get this bottom keep as well, or are they going to try and catch Rollick out? It's going to be something like that. They're going to clear the wave, then probably just poke down.
Yep, they're gonna do just that. Zypho getting healed up by Brightwing with the blink heal. BKB going in quite aggressive on this. He just doing as much damage as he can. Tastingo
he can jump
is
onto
here.
Taz.
He does have that hover siege, so we can micro a little, and we are seeing him do just that, but not able to defend that keep. That does go down.
Yep. 2 keeps, a 3-for-0 fight, and now probably their own boss as well.
Probably. We actually saw a Wailing Arrow in that last fight that only hit Jaina, and then Jaina just sort of walked away. So, didn't really get a good engagement there at all for Team Kick. Acer looking very dominant in this match.
Yep, and here it is again. Take that boss nasty, BKB and Blow Your Brain.
Yes.
This is going down very, very quickly, and the only thing that Team Kick can do in response to this is, of course, grab their hard camp. Their boss is up in another 90 seconds, but I even don't think they'll have the luxury of grabbing that because it's going to be at least level 20 to probably 18, maybe 19 at that stage.
Quite possibly, indeed. And yeah, like I said, level 20 is almost definitely about to be hit once they clear this mid wave. And there it is. And they'll probably go for some aggressive play now that they have done that. Brightwing on her way top. Not sure where she's going. She may be heading to the easy camp, but if so, that's a pretty long and roundabout way of doing it. She does have 2 bribe stacks though, so she will be able to grab that and then teleport to her team. Everyone's there except for Illidan, who's heading up to the top lane.
Unless they go onto ETC here and Brightwing
I'm quite
TPs.
surprised here about the whole Illidan being near ETC thing, because if the team of Kick decides to engage on the team of Acer, then ETC can join his team, as we're seeing there, whereas Illidan can't. Illidan's now miles away, whereas it's now a 5 versus 4. Wailing Arrow lands on Nasty and BKB. They've managed to flee in time to get Illidan there, but that was still too risky. But yeah, now they're going to have to turn because they took so much damage. In comes the Ancestral Healing onto Mobstio, keeps him alive. Tastingo microing backwards, and they can't carry on fighting because they took too much damage, because they ended up fighting in a 5 versus 4. I'm really unsure about that decision. That was a bit weird sending Illidan up there.
Initially, I thought it was going to be Illidan onto the ETC and then Brightwing TP down, so they try and wipe out ETC. Because you also had Jaina and Vala around the top towers area, so they could have in theory sandwiched them in. They had the CC to stop the stage dive as well. It was a possibility, but they're now going to grab this boss. Here it is, level 20 to level 18. This one should go down easy peasy in the side of Acer. and they should move forward from there.
Team Kick are here. They can try and deny this. Napalm goes down just to grant the vision, but there's no way they're going to take that risk.
Yes.
Tastingo actually having to use his boost after he was slowed by the frost shots out of Zypho in order to get out. Vulnerable from Rollick goes down onto Valor and just gets a bit of harassment down on her. It is still 5 versus 5. Both teams are ready. Tastingo is now sieged up, just going to drop any harass he can. And there we go. Both teams just playing very far away as much as they can. Boss is now here though, so we're probably going to see Acer roll in and kill someone as we see it there. Rollick goes down. Tastingo is now being engaged upon. Blow Your Brain getting very heavily CC'd. Not able to really stick to anyone, but now he can. He's going on to Vonnefield. Stage Dive doesn't really hit anyone. Went a bit the wrong way there. Vonnefield, good ancestral healing himself. He will keep himself alive for now. We just lost no one, in fact. That was, don't know what that was I saw flying through the air. BKB continuing to give chase onto Vonnefield. Vonnefield once again gets stunned. If he gets out again, that would be ridiculous. Mopsio, on the other hand, does not get out. Vonnefield trying to out-micro Zypho. There's the GG. Looks like Team Acer are going to be able to bring this one home. Vonnefield still trying to take down Zypho, but there's the shield. Effective shield out of Drakir, and this will be the core going down in favour of Team Acer and give them a 1-0 lead.
It will indeed. Team Kick. They beat Tempo Storm 2-1. They did lose the first game though, then came back. And now they're going to have to do the exact same versus Acer.
Countdown has begun. We are getting into series number 4, game number 2 between Acer and Team Kick incoming. If Team Kick can make their comeback, then they will be looking in a good spot to take second maybe. If Acer win, then it's all going to be down to them versus Tempo Storm to basically decide who finishes where.
Indeedy. As we just wait for this one to load in. We have all the loading bar's complete, and let me switch overlay now while I think about it.
Good plan. Alright, and we are into the game. So Hoss, would you like to introduce to us our team on the left-hand side?
On the left-hand side, we have Nasty playing the Jaina. We have Draka on the Rhaegar, Zypher on the Tassadar. Sorry about that. We have Blow Your Brain on the Illidan, and we have Bring Kobe Back on the ETC.
Touche. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, on the right-hand side in the red trunks is going to be Team Kick incoming. And starting in the top lane, it is Vonnefield playing the Ufa. In the mid lane, Rollick is playing the Valor. And the 3-man bot lane, Mopsio on the Diablo, Alex the Pro G on the Kerrigan, and Tastingo on the Sylvanas.
As can see a 3-man roam in Tastingo, Alex, and Mopsio towards the middle of the map. Whilst the hand-in at this stage in the game is a big threat.
Yeah, you don't really see people rushing that very often. I think they're just waiting here to try and get a good gank in once the minion wave has spawned. Maybe when the chest spawns, see if they can ambush that way. They're also seeing who is in what lane before they decide. And they've decided, now they've seen who's where, it's probably best if we back up and help. Seeing as Team Acer running the dance between mid and top lane and kill all the minions. Vonnefield running the I'm going to spin until they go away strategy.
BKB trying to find a way in here onto the top chest as Mopsio does get himself 3 coins plus a lot of
that's the wrong side of your team there. Mopsio tackling in way too aggressively, completely separated from his team, and he goes down as first blood. Bottom chest, currently been left completely alone. Blow Your Brain, though, already on half health from Tastingo.
Yeah, Tastingo putting in a great shift down there.
Tastingo's been
they should get 5 coins.
Tastingo's been absolutely rocking it on this Sylvanas every time he's been able to play her. And now, going in onto Blow Your Brain, dropping some harassment with those wonderful Withering Fires. In comes Illidan, but not going too hard. Go out to Mopsio, though. Mopsio tackling himself to try and get to freedom, but there's a lot of slow coming down from Nasty here, and down he goes again.
Yeah, Mopsio being a bit too aggressive with that one. As Blow Your Brain now, again, taking some harass, but blocking most of it with his evasion. Leaving Zypher now down here to sort this one out.
Yeah, it's not going not going well at the moment for Team Kick. They just keep dropping people that way. BKB, though, in the top lane, did almost get dropped, but was able to back up after taking a little bit of harassment. I would like to point out the level 1 talent on Valor very quickly. The Siphoning Arrow has been taken there. And the Punching Arrow talent to level 2. The increased range and number of bounces.
Isn't this your counter the Illidan build?
It was kind of my counter the Illidan build. It was basically this is the
Blow Your Brain and Draka.
Oh, they're a bit aggressive here. Draka is trying to stay back. He's just relying on Blow Your Brain, but in comes Nasty as well. They've left the hard camp area. He could have walked in and tried to steal it, but he backed up instead and waited for his team. But now Taz Dingo's coming in from behind. Onto Nasty. Nasty gets stunned, and down he goes. Zypho and Draka will back out here. And that is a really good engagement there by Team Kick incoming. First good one they have had of this game so far.
We are blessed by the light.
But yeah, this is the full Puncturing Arrow build. Or Hungering Arrow, sorry. Puncturing Arrow is the talent. I keep doing that today. Instead of the build that I had, which was basically full mobility and full range damage, where you take the lifesteal and then double vault, where you basically your whole job is to run away and get some health back at the same time.
So your
is
vault can hold 2
Puncturing Arrow.
charges and it resets on use of Q.
Yes, and then it's just multi-shot and the heals kind of thing. So that kind of stuff. So you just get a lot of health back and you can engage on him with multi-shot. This is just the full Puncturing Arrow build, which might work more effectively. I do not know.
Well, they're going to roam down, try and get on Sylvanas here, or at least try and clear the wave. Draka and Blow Your Brain, they're just going to try and take this hard camp, but we already see Diablo and Kerrigan roaming down, and you've really got to fancy the trio on the side of Kick here, as they're going to go on to Blow Your Brain, or at least try to here. Draka would probably be a great choice. Mopsio, though, he's going to shadow charge forward, actually gets stopped because Illidan dashed away, as now Mopsio again going a little bit too deep and could pay for it again here.
Yeah, he's going to go down again. That's 3 kills for the Team Acer side, and all of them on Mopsio. I would like to point out that Nasty has gone for the same Jaina build that he did last time, where he's going for that increased radius on Blizzard and the Conjurer's Pursuit talent.
Yep, really going for the sustainable Jaina build here. At level 7, you have the Frostbitten as well, increase the damage. We see that there, in the mid lane, just pretty much cleared a wave on his own. Like, put all those minions into auto-attack range. Seems like this build would work really well if people were still running Asmodan, because a double Blizzard basically puts all those minions within one-shot range. Yeah, but now Asmodan gets capped. Yeah, and that's what I was on about. Bring Kobe back. Asmodan is Kobe. Draka is going to get engaged upon here. Mopsio is still this front liner. Really needs to be a little bit more careful with his engages. Tries to interrupt Drak here. There's only one way for him to do it, but it's going to be Tastingo who oversteps the mark. BKB coming in from the side. Face smell actually knocking them away. Will slide past Alex, as Alex will fall Mopsio, the next target here. They know they can take him down. They've done it before. They're looking to do it again here. Illidan doing a lot of damage.
He's so
Psystorm's coming in.
There's the heal. Heal. Come on. Down he goes. And Ufa didn't actually heal Diablo there at all.
I feel like Mopsio killed himself by flipping Illidan back.
I also think he did as well. Illidan can get out of there. There wasn't much of a point in that. But we're now seeing Acer with a level lead. Going to the top lane, going to clear this up. Maybe thinking about the boss? No, they're just going to use this opportunity to push.
They've 100% got this mid fort.
Yep.
They're going to get the towers as well. Yeah, up top. As these are some very aggressive pings coming out from Kerrigan and Diablo. Look at their pathing.
Yep, they are heading straight to that easy camp again. They want it. And this time they can probably get it, but in exchange for that, they're giving up their top fort.
They could get a good push off down here with the easy camp and Sylvanas. They could try and base race this.
Yeah. And I want to point out, Vala is still going for the 100% Hungering Arrow build by taking the repeating arrow talent, where the Hungering Arrow is reset upon vaulting.
What is it?
Trying to keep as much distance between Vala and Illidan as possible.
Yep. So basically throwing Sylvanas under the bus. You deal with it! And vaulting away to safety. But then again, Sylvanas can, of course, Haunting Wave out. And we're finally seeing the team of Team Kick be back to base due to the fact that, well, Acer are at their door.
Acer
in
won
comes
the game
Mopsio.
in there.
Yep, Mopsio is here. He's looking for the engagement onto Zypho. Zypho just going to dimensional shift out, but the second that's over, Kerrigan's going to try and get the combo off. But here comes BKB. That might save it. Haunting wailing arrow, sorry, goes down. Down goes Illidan. That is really good for Team Kick. They're going to continue to chase this on. BKB is on his own here, completely surrounded. And Rollick able to vault away, continuing to give chase onto BKB. And, wow, Testigo and Rollick just not letting him escape. And they're able to take him down. That's a 2-for-0. Really well played by Team Kick. And that's brought them right back into this game.
It has indeed, but structure-wise, they are not looking good. Zypher forced to use
definitely about to go down, and that is exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Then they need to find somewhere else to deal with that. Bobfort is actually very low as well. They've been able to just rotate down and kill that off pretty quickly, seeing as there is an easy cap just backdooring it, basically. And Team Kick now with some great map control. There's just an assist ping up in the top. I think they think someone's there, but there's no one there. It's just a minion wave.
We are blessed.
There we go, Alex the Pro G just going to proxy that minion wave, take out half of it.
Well, bot lane, they're going to take away the easy camp here, this time their own one, but look at where Zypher is.
He pinged it as well, he asked for assistance, and he does have reinforcements incoming. And Mopsio and Testigo need to finish this off very quickly, and they need reinforcements. Everyone is coming, and they're trying to bait them in, and they have done it. Diablo is in the circle. Draka needs to get flipped. In comes the stage dive, though. That could be the turn, as Cleanse was used on Mopsio to just get him out of that. But the easy cap did go over to Acer. But no one died this time for Team Kick. That's far better than the other times Acer have engaged upon them.
Certainly has. As it's chess time again. How many coins do we have on each team? Currently we have Rhaegar just handed 5 in.
Yep, Rhaegar has indeed.
20 on red side. And we have 9 on the blue side. So if they were to get these 9 coins handed in, they could then go for a fight and try and steal some coins off of Team Kick. That's not the case, as they're just going to be interrupted here.
Yeah, both teams have all their heroics up except for ETC, whose stage dive is down as he used it just then. And there we go, fight has now started. BKB got flipped, and now he's going to be the one who engages. Wow, that Blizzard does so much damage as the Pro G being forced to take a heal. Mopsio being very aggressive these times. He takes down the healing totem. And they're continuing to back up. They need to get a good engagement. There's the Maelstrom. Now the fight hackers. Apocalypse goes down. In comes Illidan in the backline. Strafe is being used by Rollick, and he gets in the full duration. Down goes BKB. Down goes Rhaegar. Sylvanas gone down as well. Mopsio almost getting out alive. He's actually going to get out alive, but Illidan is just doing so much damage in the background. They're going onto him, and he goes down, but in comes the Blizzard. Alex the Pro G is so low, and they're going to be able to get out, but Nasty is also able to get out, and that was a 3-for-1 in favour of Team Kick. They're all so low, they can't afford to give any kind of chase.
And more importantly, look at the coins here. 10 on Mopsio, 13 on Rollick, 4 on Vonathil and Alex. That's what, 31 coins I think it is?
Zypho! Right. Oh, Zypho very nearly died to easy camp. He's able to back out there and keep himself alive, and they will grab this easy camp. Boss just got pinged by someone, and that strafe from Valor was on point. Just did so much damage. Hit everyone there.
And you could really see the damage. Combine that with Maelstrom as well, just so much AoE going down. And when you've got an Apocalypse in front of you as well, locking everyone down, it's just so perfect.
We can even have a look at the stats here, where Valor has 18k damage, which is more than anyone. Sylvanas is second with 15. Jaina is third with 14. Illidan's all the way back with 9.
ETC almost has as much as Illidan.
Yeah. It is awkward. Illidan's been doing a good job, though. That is not to be mistaken.
Yep. As we're going to see a trade out here. Boss being taken in top by Team Kick. As Acer, they're going to go for the game of chicken yet again here. They won it last time. This time they're at least going to get a tower. Looking to get their second now. The recalls, the Hearthstones have been used.
Yeah, there's 2 mercenary camps here as well. Excuse me, there's 2 mercenary camps. They've already got what they needed. So they're just going to back out and let these mercenary camps slow down Team Kick, so that they have a chance to back up, turn in any coins they might have, and get the opportunity to do something else.
They've just got enough coins to hand in here. They have 8. Yeah, they had 8.
They have enough. They have 1 more than what they need. And
they had 8. They needed 7. And where's this going to go? This is going to go to mid towers. It won't get a keep just yet.
Yep, so they should be fine for the moment. And we're just seeing Acer hanging around their bruiser camp at the moment. The boss did take down top fort, so they'll be killing that off and then going for their own bruiser camp as that has just come up. Whereas Team Kick already just got their bruiser camp, and they have a lot of coins. They're just going to head straight to the turn-in, while Team Acer are busy with this boss and probably their bruiser camp. Actually, they're going for BKB, who's a bit out of position. Nah, just letting them go now. And they should really turn these in. 17 on Valor is a lot of coins. And Valor hasn't gone with double Volt. She's gone with Frost Shots for just that extra slow. And the Blood for Blood, just for the survivability and, well, more slow. And Mopsio, just going to turn in his 15. I still think they should have turned in the stuff on... Actually, no, I agree with Mopsio. Mopsio's been quite a bit. Yeah, Mopsio's been dying the most, and, well, he is the frontliner. So that actually makes quite a bit of sense.
The Shark does have HP.
That it does. Hanging Shark, bruh. Is what I can see. Hanging Shark something. Breaker,
looks like
I guess.
Breaker.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Breaker.
Yeah.
Breaker. 151. So, yeah, it's cool to see that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Team Kick, hanging around in the top lane, just going to be killing off all these minion waves, while Team Acer, busy spread out along the map. ETC is once again just being ETC and just split pushing. Does have stage dive. Illidan, miles away from his team though. He needs to join very soon because, well, Team Kick are on their door. He's about to just give up towers because he's not ready. ETC can dive in at any time. Illidan's far too far away. Illidan's in fact beat back so he can be there. We're about to see a stage dive. No, we're not because, Team Kick are just going to back out.
Unless they go for it now.
They can see it. They can see that Team Kick... Oh, there's the Storm. So they have vision. There's the Oracle. ETC is just going to roll back and grab the bottom chest instead. But no, Team Kick not having any of it. They want to try and get someone. They don't land a stun though.
Here it comes.
Yep, here is the stage dive. Alex Pro G propping his sprint to try and get out of there. There's the engagement. The Divide Shield used Alex Pro G to get huge damage. Down goes Illidan. Down goes ETC. Diablo went down very much earlier in this fight. Alex Pro G is still alive. Zypho goes down. Alex Pro G finally down. And that is a 5-1 in favour of Team Kick, and they're going to push onto this keep, and I think they're just going to try and end the game here. Sorry, 5-2, but Diablo's already alive again.
Yeah, Diablo using those souls to resurrect himself. This keep is going to fall. They've got 25 seconds here. We can see the damage they have. Quite a bit there, but...
Yeah, they're doing it. It's just slowly. Yeah. They need to spread out here because the core does do splash damage. Actually, no, they're far enough away. They're fine.
Yeah.
And there we go. Mopsio's now here. He will begin tanking. And it's a lot of damage. They're killing it quite slowly, actually. It will be enough. There's such a huge respawn timer on all 5 of those members.
ETC could be up.
No, it won't make a difference.
So, yep.
Yeah, they're all too high health. Illidan's coming in. There's a Metamorphosis, but the core is already dead. And Team Kick bring the score up to 1-1. And that makes this next game so important. And it's going to be on the Haunted Mines. Anything could happen. And we are heading into game number 3 of series number 4 in the Dingit 4-team Invitational round robin tournament here on Dingit.tv.
Yep, and only now has it got cold enough. Good heat to cast in.
I have just opened my window fully. I am probably going to get murdered by moths.
Or just people in Essex.
I live in the country, don't worry.
Oh yeah, you live in... Yeah.
My neighbours are sheep, llamas, horses, and a girl named Daisy.
Funny story about llamas. Okay. I ate llama the other day.
Oh, good for you. I don't have much follow-up to that story. I'm aware they are eaten in many parts of the world. I just don't have a follow-up.
Took me to a Mongolian buffet restaurant. And I had llama, I had ostrich, I had kangaroo's good.
Ostrich, I'm quite curious about taste-wise. Sounds interesting.
It was a red meat, which I found a little bit strange.
What, ostrich?
Yeah, it wasn't like chicken.
Well, ostriches, I can confirm, ostriches are certainly... Well, actually, they're both flightless birds. Now that I think about it, they're actually quite a lot like chickens.
Well, I mean, everything tastes like chicken,
have weird faces, very aggressive. Well, no, chicken doesn't taste like chicken.
Chicken tastes like beef.
No, it doesn't. Oh, dear. Oh, well, we're probably going to have an instant pause. There we go. So we'll wait for Drak here to spawn in. And then we will get our intros done.
Meanwhile, yeah. But no, like, llama's good.
Fair enough.
That is, kangaroo. Kangaroo's awesome.
Jack has restored connection, so we'll just wait for him to reconnect. Okay. Well, is he here? He's reconnected. Is he playing? It comes up with is now playing first, does it not?
No, it comes up with restored connection.
Okay.
Because now he's in the bit of is the server ahead.
This is true. Team Kick's been like, yeah, we can sleep after this. We don't need a break. And yeah, this is Team Kick's last game, and it looks like we are ready to go. Drake is here. So, would you like to introduce the team on the left-hand side?
On the left-hand side, we have Draka on the Malfurion, Zypher on the Kerrigan, Nasty on the Jaina, Blow Your Brain on the Tychus, and Big Kid Ballin on the ETC, and together they make Team Acer.
I am proud of you and your commitment there. on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be Team Kick incoming. And starting in the bot lanes, there's only one of them. It is going to be Rollick on the Valor. And then in the top lane, all grouped together, it's Alex the Pro G on the Tyrande, Mopsio on the Diablo, Taz Dingo, who has been rocking it on the Sylvanas all night. And I had a hiccup there, and Vonafil on the Rhaegar.
From now on, can we assume that Alex the Pro G, the G stands for girl, and that Alex is short for Alexa? Because she obviously ran out of room.
And the pro is proactive. Alexa, the proactive girl.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Done.
Why not? But we'll just call it Alex the Pro G for short.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very long and roundabout way of coming to the conclusion of just use the name.
Yeah. So Mopsio, last time he was in this position, he went very deep and ended up dying.
Last time he was in this position, he basically fed the first 3 kills over to Team Acer and immediately takes a nice one to the face. He's going in, gets the Lunar Flare though. Zypho being dropped very low, misses the Primal Grasp, but doesn't look like anyone's going down. Mopsio, oh, not again. Mopsio being dropped low and down he goes. First blood over to Team Acer. Oh, come on.
I was about to say, is that flame I hear? And then it... Mopsio, come on.
If it was Flame, it was Diablo's Firestomp just before he died. We're seeing Blow Your Brain, just trying to clear out the bot wave with his... Right, hang on, I can click on it, because I'm calling it Overdrive. Overkill! There we go.
Yeah.
Overdrive is one of the talents for it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, no, Overdrive is...
also a lyric to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Intro.
Okay. I was not aware of that.
Like, Mopsio is one of the best Stitches players in the EU. He obviously hasn't had the time and the commitment to put those hours onto Diablo yet.
No, he seems to be a good Diablo. He just seems to be a good Diablo in the sense that I'm a good Diablo, and we sometimes go too ham. Mopsio, once again, going aggressive onto someone who didn't actually land anything. Mopsio, once again, being dropped low, separated out from his team, and down he goes. Mopsio, please.
It's late in Poland, okay?
This is his last game. I used to have another game after this.
Minds have opened up. It's pretty clear that Acer have the advantage here. Although last time, Mopsio fed like this, they did win the game.
Yes, but this is a much shorter map. On the bright side... Oh, Mopsio is running Soul Feast again.
Anyway, it's going to be a 25 to 8 skulls. 28 to 10.
Yeah, they are grabbing them. Rollick's doing a good job in the bot lane, just sneaking a couple skulls. May even be able to deny the 50, seeing as there's only one small camp left. If they can win a fight, then there's a chance. But they are a level down, and it retreats! Oh, Zypho was going very ham there. And now they're going in. Vonafil gets locked down. There's the Blizzard. Down goes Alex the Pro G. And Acer, I believe the term is winning.
And this is why we don't play BO1s on mines.
Exactly. They haven't even hit level 4 yet. They don't even have that level 4 talent.
It's so volatile.
Yep, Acer now going to roll in and start taking this Grave Golem so they can get even more skulls and get the way bigger Grave Golem. Having a look at some of the level 4 talents now that both teams have it. Oh, they're heading in with only 3 people. The other 2 are so far away. I think they're just trying to buy time. And they're looking for it, but Diablo comes in. He gets 4 skulls, and now they're going on to Zypho. Zypho being dropped low, and down he goes. Able to Primal Grasp backwards, though, to slow down the enemy team, but Draka still gets caught out, and they are giving chase. They're not giving up on this, and Draka goes down. Mopsio's not done yet, trying to chase BKB, but BKB has already left the mines, and will be able to escape behind the wall, and that's still a 73 to 27 skull golem.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Blow Your Brain was doing good stuff up in this top lane. He was pushing the towers down. Surprised we're not seeing Melting Point just to help the Golem do its thing.
I would have thought Melting Point would be a great idea on this map, just to push down buildings much more efficiently. But I guess increasing the overkill range is just going for more of a team fight, because, well, if they keep winning the team fights, then they're going to win anyway. And I really thought Bro Your Brain was going to do that, and I was prepared to start typing in the chat, because that's my instant reaction to when someone does that in a Hero League game.
WTF new blunt to play, right?
A slightly nicer, more polite version of that. A slightly nicer, more polite version of that, but yes, that is the gist of it. We're seeing the boss push down at both lanes. I don't know why they're not pushing.
Like 73 golem, why aren't you pushing?
Yeah, and they're not even going to get down in time to help their golem push because it's going to die. Like, down it goes. Both golems dying pretty much simultaneously there. Vodafield gets stunned, though. And the bottom golem did take down a tower, so that's nice. Top one didn't, but the Bruiser camp has been taken by Team Acer here.
I've only just understood the Taster ban. We're on mines.
Yep, makes sense.
So we've got two camps pushing this top lane.
We didn't even take maps into consideration when we
thought
about it. Not great by us.
No, but look at this. Just so much control of the minions here. None of them are attacking. That's very quick, clear. As Ick now hit level 7. We have Tyrande Mule up against Malfurion Mule.
Yep, going to repair as much as they can. Other than that, builds are fairly standard from absolutely everyone, basically.
Yes.
There's absolutely nothing to talk about other than we're missing a melting point. We're missing melting point. Mules were taken. Other than that, well, we don't see Kerrigan as often as some other people. Yes, she's running the standard adaptation, Sweeping Grasp, and Venom.
Which means that she's going to go into Ultralisk.
Most likely, 10. But we have been proved wrong for that in the past. But
no, I'm confident in Ultralisk here.
I would agree because of the map, but we have been proved wrong. Like, there was an Ultralisk last game and it wasn't that build. Sorry, there was a Maelstrom last game and it wasn't that build at all. The last game Kerrigan was played.
Yeah. If there were skins to be able to bet in this game, I would put it on an Ultralisk.
Well, if you want to buy me a skin, I'm not going to say no.
I'm waiting for Heroes Lounge. Tradable items, let's go. Zypher, there it is. The adaptation being used perfectly there.
Yep, and that's the reason it is taken for that escape. Ludaflare landing onto Drak here, but that immediately causes BKB and Zypher to turn around to put the pressure off their friend. And, wow, Team Kick doing a very clever move here and deciding to just enter the mines, which is probably the correct move here. They're missing out a bit of XP, but now they're forcing Blizzard. Acer to make a decision. Yes, but Blizzard. But look at how spread out they are.
I meant the Blizzard from Taz. Oh no, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Stun lands on Axe the Prodigy, and looks like even though they actually had a pretty nice positioning, they're still very much losing this fight. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment, not terrible, but the turnaround is going to make a difference. Down goes Valor there, and now we're seeing Taz Dingo being dropped down. He was stunned out of his Haunting Wave. Mopsio separated, but Mopsio is too tanky. He will be able to survive it. He's just going to tank everything here. Zypho instead using it for using the adaptation for mobility there, just to get into the mines quicker. In the meantime, Rhaegar's being sneaky.
Vonathil's got 16 skulls, looking to make that 24 here. Heroic time. We're going to have the Water Elemental. There you go. You wanted the mosh pit. You've got the mosh pit. Odin. Tranquility. And come on.
You owe me a skin. You owe me a skin. Bye, Jaina. Jaina dies in the top lane.
I said if we could bet skin.
I would have bought you. I would have bought you a skin if you were right.
You have way too much dirty esports money. Alex the Prodigy getting snared up, stunned, and taken down.
Indeed. But yeah, this is not looking good for Team Kick at the moment. They were looking so good off that last game, but now they're so far behind. They have their heroics now. There's Apocalypse, Wailing Arrow, Ancestral Healing, Starfall, and Strafe. There we go.
Pretty standard stuff, but the question is, do Acer want to go and contest these final 30 skulls, or do they want to take away the easy camp? And it looks like the answer is skulls!
BKB's out, and he's probably about to come back in. Yep, and he's back in.
He's just toying with them.
He is. He's trying to bait them over here so he can set up the mosh pit for when his team arrives. And there we go. Dashes in. Gets the mosh pit on two. There's the Kerrigan follow-up. He finally gets done out of it. There's the Apocalypse, but BKB's out of it. And that is a 1 But actually, no, that was a kill for Team Kick here. They're not too bad, but they're now on the full retreat. Mopsy's been everything out. The Tranquility's gone down. They're just avoiding the fight while Tranquility's up, but Mopsy are so separated right now.
BKB having to go back down into the mines as somehow that was a one throw, as Mopsy just being a distraction again here.
Yeah, Mopsy is just being cheeky. He's just running around trying to lure the other team away from stuff. And they've come back into the mines. BKB is on his own, but Vonifield's so low. Dave goes down to the overkill. And the Blizzard. Nasty, though, will go down as well. And now it's 2 for 1. Blow Your Brain is on full retreat, but there's so many people coming for him right now. And yeah, he's definitely going down. And wave withering, dead. And yeah,
so either way, they've got 46.
Yeah, Kick bringing the comeback. This is why you shouldn't best. This is why you shouldn't best of one on mines.
This is definitely why. This has been like a back and forth BO1 on mines. I'm kind of okay with this. Like, if it was as volatile as first golem got keep, then no. But this has been back and forth. We've seen some good team fights here, some very sloppy team fights as well. Gonna grab this middle hard camp, which will go push top lane, and they'll probably go grab their easy camp as well.
Indeed. Both teams, in fact, going to start grabbing their easy camp, seeing as neither one has lost a fort yet, so these Siege Giants will definitely help defend. So it's a pretty easy decision to make, and they should grab them about nowish, I believe. Yep, there we go, both teams grabbing them, seeing as they will arrive a little after the golem spawn there. And we're going to see Team Kick. They're actually going to do what Acer didn't when they had a bigger golem, and they're going to begin to push.
Only a slightly bigger golem though, and of course you don't really want to waste your mule here just yet. Whereas bot lane, that's exactly what Kick have done. They've used it on the tower, and that's now more or less wasted and destroyed. As this golem done some work already, it's got the fountain, now moving on to the fort, and this is the power of Sylvanas on mines.
Yep, there is the mule, and Sylvanas just going to keep auto-attacking every now and again. Mopsio going in very, very hard here. And in comes BKB, though. There's the mosh pit, but Apocalypse is going to cancel that out. But Mopsio still goes down. Ancestral Healing used on Taz Dingo. He's doing as much damage as he can. Odin comes in from Blow Your Brain, doing so much damage. Diablo is back, but he's nowhere near the fight. But there's the Odin damage. Taz Dingo will now go down. Valor was able to sneak away during all this. Down goes Rhaegar as well. And we're going to see Acer now counter-push the top lane while the golem is still alive.
Yeah, this is more or less just for XP, because the way I feel about mines is that you should, about 80% of the time, just focus the lane that your golem's pushing. Yes, this is convenient to push this one.
So close.
But
they almost...
essentially...
Sorry, Team Kick very almost saved their bottom fort.
Saved it. And then they would have had the Tyrande mule, and everything would have been fine and dandy.
Yeah. Well, they dropped the mule. It started repairing, and the golem was like 2 hits from death. Look at this golem. Yeah, it's still going. They pushed top lane while this was still alive, and it's taken down all the towers. And down it goes.
Big work.
Big work indeed. However, even though their golem pushed all that way and got all that XP, they are still a level behind. Well, now they're at level even. They were a level behind for a very short amount of time. Now they're evened up again. Both teams, level 14. We have double Relentless from ETC and Tigers, which makes a lot of sense considering how much CC is on the side of Team Kick in the form of Diablo and Alex.
Just Diablo in general.
Indeed. Both teams push... both teams getting ready, posturing for a fight here. Down goes the mule. Zypho just jumping in, choosing not to get off his combo yet, which is the full commitment. Just killing off that easy camp. Mopsio, on the other hand, good adaptation to escape there. Silence goes down, Apocalypse goes down, down goes Kerrigan. Strafe in the background is being used. Nasty able to escape, but Mopsio's not having any of it. He's continuing to chase, but Draka is there with him, keeping him alive. Mopsio will go down now to Tychus, but Tychus being chased down by Mopsio. It is a 2 for 1 at the moment, and they're not giving up. Valor is sneaking on the side. Sorry, 3 for 1, yeah. Valor's been sneaking around at the side. It's just going to do a bit more damage onto Blow Your Brain, but takes a little bit of tower aggro for it. And a 3 for 1. Team Kick putting themselves back in the lead again, but they're still on the same level.
Yep, they are about to hit 16 though. Going to grab this watchtower. They could probably take away the easy camp that has just spawned. That's exactly what Vonithil, Alex, and Taz Dingo are going to do.
It's a bit risky though. There's only 4 of them, and 3 members on full health is enough. They will get it in time. But if Acer had instead chosen to engage, they may have been able to steal it back.
And this is a lot of pressure coming down into this bot lane. There is a minion wave behind it as well. Blow Your Brain and Drak are going to have to deal with this one. as it just allows Kick to get themselves set up in these mines.
The Mopsio was hanging around in the top lane for a bit there, just soaking XP. But yeah, Kick heading to the two large camps, the 12 camp and the 10 camp there. Both hanging around, waiting to soak for a bit. And looks like
they're just going to rush them.
Yep, Acer getting ready to head in via the bottom entrance. Kick already in, just grabbing as much skulls as they can, splitting up, choosing not to fight. This is dangerous, because Acer are choosing to all move as a group. Team Kick need to absolutely get enough skulls. No, they're all grouping up now. If Acer had just moved as a group for the kill rather than for skulls, they may be able to catch people out individually and maybe won the mines. But now, Mopsio coming in onto Ace, onto Zypho.
Being used, jump away, BKB on this front line, tanking up a lot of damage, but the Starfall in such a short area. Tranquility being used. Draka is taking a lot of damage, not going to get flipped back just yet. They do try and go back onto Mopsio, they get the stun off. He's getting taken down very quickly. Ancestral just not good enough. Zypho is the next one to go down. 1-for-1. Rollick, Mosh Pit onto Vonethil, but somehow he's able to get out of that one. They are trying to get some damage down. The snipe not good enough. The Blizzard will find it though. That's a 3-for-1 this time in favour of Team Acer. They're going to get 30 skulls on top of this. It's going to be 54. Oh, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be 38 to 62.
Yeah, both teams, like, this is exactly what you said earlier, a very back and forth game. One of the most back and forth mine games I have ever seen. Really a fan. This has been going very, very well.
Not only a mines game, it's a mind game.
But, tish. Both teams now just grabbing anything they can. Team Kick up top, gonna be grabbing this Bruiser Cab as quick as they can. And in the mines, already been taken by Team Acer. 62 to 38 Skull Golem. Acer Golem, though, starting a bit further back than the Team Kick Golem, and as such, Acer are going to have to chill and defend.
Yep, at least clear this one out. Maybe down to about 50% HP, drop the Mule, and then they could maybe go and push. But they also have pressure in the bot lane in the form of those Knights. Even so, this 62 Skull Golem is more or less to waste.
Yeah, because it's just going to die. They, Team Kick did try to grab the easy cab in time so that it would aggro onto the boss and follow it. Didn't grab it in time. Instead, it's just going to help push with their hard camp in the bottom lane. But yeah, bottom Golem taking a bit of damage, taking a bit of harassment. By a bit of harassment, I mean it's going to die.
Dead. Yeah.
Top Golem, though, already gone down. Mule repairing up that keep. So that should be fine. But Acer, once again, can't go and help push. They have to head to the bottom lane to deal with the mercenaries there. And that Mule seems a bit confused, if you can see the one I'm talking about.
The one down bot?
Yep, seems a little bit confused. That's not there anymore, Mule.
Yeah,
repair the gate. Repair the gate.
See, there's definitely a tower there, Tetcher. Come on.
Yeah, it's going to repair the missing tower. BKB gets stunned after the overpower Lunar Flare combo, but not able to pick it off. And Acer, they want their easy camp, but so do Kick. They want to try and steal it. Going on to Zypho. Zypho trying to adapt down, but he doesn't get it. Mosh Pit goes down, and it's so much damage. There's the Apocalypse, but the Blizzard, like you said, goes down. Vonnefield, Ancestral Healing does not go down. It is now a 3 versus 2, and Blow Your Brain has been separated out. He is being focused down very hard. Mafury got a heal onto him, and looks like Blow Your Brain might be able to escape, and he does. And you heard me mispronounce that, didn't you?
Bro Your Brain?
I did say that, yes.
This easy camp, though, will get taken by Team Kick. Luckily, this fight didn't really decide too much, though. Just gave away an easy camp and maybe a keep.
Indeed, but I will say, Mosh Pit into Blizzard is pretty scary, yo. Mopsio,
yes.
Rollick, and Tazdingo will push this bottom keep, this top keep as much as possible. Drakir is here along with Blow Your Brain. I pronounced it right, correct? I was pronouncing it correctly, and I reconsidered myself because of you. And we're gonna see we're gonna see Team Kick back out though. Preparing for the mines, being if they need health, etc.
Yep, setting themselves up for the mines, of course. Acer, they are all on full HP, so they're pretty safe to go down now. But we can already see Team Kick, they are setting up to try and just rush it rather than wait and get some easy kills.
Yep, Mopsio doesn't spot anyone coming in here. I'm actually going to jump onto the vision of them to see. They actually do see them enter, or at least they see BKB, so they know where he is. So that means Team Kick may group up. And looks like they are. They're going to group up here. They're going to see BKB. BKB goes in, though, with the dash, but only finds Alex the Pro G. Diablo going on to Zypho once again. Odin is in the back. Starfall in a really good position this time. Really zoning out the team. And Team Kick very separated. Alex the Pro G goes down. There's the wailing arrow onto Zypho, but Zypho continuing to push forward here.
Yeah, the Ancestral being used on Vonathil himself there. He will get taken down as now there are 48 skulls left. Soon to be 40 after Mopsio does deny even more. But Team Acer, they're going to try and grab what they can. They'll be left with a mere 30, 40 skulls left. And a kill onto Mopsio.
Yeah, that was still a 3-for-0 fight in favour of them. This game's been so back and forth. They seem to be just taking it in turns as to who wins the mines. We're just going to see Team Kick take care of their easy camp. They may go and get the hard camp as well, but it's a little risky, seeing as Acer just finished up the Goblin. Yeah, just going to leave the Bruiser for now. It looks like they are going to stay and defend. Actually, Mopsio, he looked like he had other ideas. Actually, he does have other ideas. He's going for it.
Yep, he is indeed going for this hard camp here. As Acer are nowhere near to contest this. It's only BKB and Draka that are close, and right now they're cleaning out the bot lane.
Yeah, and we have to. Acer have to stay and defend. There is a bigger golem at their base, so they're going to chill and defend this. Whereas Team Kick also going to defend their base. They're just playing it very safe. That mule just got stunned there. Need to be a bit more careful with that. But they're just doing as much as they can to defend this. Mule now defending the gate, healing the gate. They may actually be able to kill this golem before it even kills the gate. Mule once again survives another slam, gets healed, but down it goes. But yeah, they're not going to be able to save the gate. And yeah, Core is under attack by the Team Kick golem. And this is one of the longest mind games I've ever seen. 2, one of the closest.
And 3, it's not over yet.
Exactly, both teams have now hit level 20. Team Kick with a serious advantage as there is a keep in between. There are 2 keeps in between Team Acer and the Team Kick core, whereas Team Kick, there is an open core waiting for them if they can win a fight and put themselves in that situation. Level 20 available for both teams. We do have the Nexus Frenzy coming out of Tychus rather than that big red button. Hardened Shield on ETC as opposed to the Bolts of the Storm, which is a bit weird.
Well, BKB is actually getting caught up here. Going to need to use that Hardened Shield now more than ever. Gets the shield on him as well. The Ancestral's good onto Mopsio. Look at that Apocalypse.
Oh, 5-man mosh pit!
5-man mosh pit. Where's the Jaina damage? It's trying to come in here. Tastingo will go down. Mopsio is going to be the next one. He doesn't have any resurrection. We're now 3 versus 3. 2 damage dealers and a support up against 2 damage dealers. And, well, a Valor, a pseudo support, and a Vonathil.
Yeah, Vonathil on the run. He is by far the lowest out of everyone here. Rollick camping here, looking to maybe try and get a pick, but a 2-for-2 fight. Both teams backing up here. This is going to mean, though, that Acer can finally grab that easy camp. But that 5-man mosh pit really turned that fight around for Team Acer and allowed them to get into that situation.
Yep, imagine if there was a Kerrigan there with Maelstrom at the same time.
Yeah, if she'd been alive, then that would have been amazing. I do admire ETC's patience, though, just waiting for Apocalypse to be used and then engaging. And he's doing all this without the Bolt of the Storm as well, which does actually make quite a bit of sense, considering how much damage is coming out from the other team. The Hardened Shield is all that's really keeping him alive in time to use his Mosh Pit. So, fair enough on him.
Also, Nexus Frenzy Odin.
Yeah, that is pretty dangerous. Other than that,
yeah, I was trying to wrap my head around like why you take Nexus Frenzy over Big Red Button or Bolt. And I was like, there's an Odin.
Yeah, didn't even think of that.
Also, this is scary.
Oh, both teams are doing the exact same thing.
No,
Come
BKB,
on
BKB,
now.
No,
he showed it. He showed it. There's the stun. Only hits Nasty. Nasty gets annihilated. Blow Your Brain is now on the run. There's the strafe. They're just going to give chase to him. And we're going to see the rest of Acer thinking about coming out the mines. They're just going to turn around. And yeah, they're going to have to be. You can't take skulls. You have to be. You have to defend. Stop. What are you doing? We're now going to see Team Kick going straight for that core. We're seeing the entirety of Acer be back to base. Moshpit is not yet ready. That's the only way they can stop this core going down. Moshpit is now up. Needs to land it on as many people as possible. They're so split up. The fight goes in though. Zypho gets engaged upon, and we're seeing BKB attacking Rollick. He can probably get 3 people here if he mosh pits now. And there is the Ancestral Healing. Needs to mosh pit. It goes down. Well, there's the animation for it, but it doesn't matter. And Team Kick win this series. And now it is down to Tempo Storm to see if they can beat out Acer, and then whether they can beat out Team Navi.